Well, good morning, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? Awesome. If you watched my last vlog, I told you that we were actually filming 2 vlogs that day, so today is the second of the 2. Now, this is kind of cool to me because one of the things that I've been trying to do during the lockdown, you're allowed to go out and get exercise. One of the things I've been trying to do is obviously stay away from people, and what's been helping with that is doing cemetery vlogs. And I wanted to go to a cemetery today that I don't normally hit, but I've been to most of the surrounding cemeteries, not all of them, but most of them before. And when I went before, I didn't know that 2 people I want to vlog today were buried here. We're going to go to the cemetery in Santa Monica, and I'm going to tell you about 2 real people that inspired one of my favorite movies, directed by Penny Marshall. You guys are going to love this vlog. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. All in all, to be honest with you, dude, you've been really good. You normally don't like to be inside this often like we've had to for the last couple of weeks, and you've been really good about it, so thank you. Always such a good boy. Alright, Amy and I are on our way to Woodlawn Cemetery in Santa Monica for this vlog. Right now, this stretch of the freeway that we're driving on is the Rosa Parks Memorial Freeway. FYI. Alright, we've made it to Woodlawn, one of the few cemeteries out here owned by the city, so this is owned by Santa Monica. Now today we're actually looking for 2 women who are buried out here, and they were very good friends while they were alive and made some sports history that eventually was depicted in 1992's A League of Their Own by Penny Marshall. Let's go see if we can find the graves of the real May and the real Dottie. All right, Amy, so I have some good news and bad news. Which one would you like first?
Oh, bad.
The bad news is one of the graves, I don't know even the section that we're looking for, and the other grave, I only know the section that we're looking for. Would you like to know what the good news is?
Yes.
The good news is that on one of those, at least I know what the section is we're looking for, and the other is I found a photo that if we can find a water pipe, we should be able to find the grave.
Nice.
So we think we found that pipe that I was telling you about. Amy noticed as we were driving around, there's one over here that resembles what we're looking for. So the name that we're looking for is Faye Dancer. Alright, so Amy and I are both fans of A League of Their Own. So who Faye Dancer was? She was the real life May. All the way May that Madonna portrays. May Moravito. In real life, Faye was an exceptional athlete. She actually set her school record for most free throws in a minute. She set a record for completing an obstacle course in 42 seconds. She also set a record for fast walking the mile in a little over 2 minutes. And she was an exceptional softball and baseball player. She was on a local team out here that was called the Dr. Peppers. It was a softball team. It was an amateur team, but it was a team that Dr. Pepper themselves sponsored. And when World War II came about and there was concern that they may have to cancel baseball, as you might know from A League of Their Own, baseball went girls, and they formed the Girls Professional Baseball League, which is right there. And even though in the movie they both played for the Peaches, the May and Dottie characters, in real life it wasn't Dottie and her sister that joined up together. It was actually Faye and Dottie, or May and Dottie. So this Faye, she joined up and went and did the tryout and ended up getting put on the Milwaukee team, and then went and played for Racine. Now, she had an exceptional career. In fact, I think her rookie year she had 2 grand slams, and she was a big base stealer, had a season where she stole over 100 bases, and ended up playing for 6 years. And the only reason that she eventually ended up stopping playing is that she got hurt during a game. She was also a pitcher. She was center field and pitcher, and during one of the games she was running to first base to complete an out, and ended up rupturing a disc and had to end up retiring. And then the reason that she's buried out here is because she ended up working for the power company of Santa Monica for the next 30 years of her life, And when you see at the end of A League of Their Own, where all of the former professional baseball players that were female are there to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, Faye was there as well. She was actually there. And she was the character that they said in real life, she was who they portrayed Madonna in the movie, because Faye did not abide by any of the rules that you had to play. They said she was the league jokester, and when her husband died while the war was going on, they said normally women were supposed to mourn and they weren't supposed to go and do anything, and just like in the movie, Faye would actually go out dancing and smoke cigarettes and go drinking, and if she wanted to go on a date, she didn't care. She went on a date. So she was the true rebel that we see in Penny Marshall's classic movie. And as Amy noticed, this is brother and sister, Faye and her brother Richard, and then their parents above. When Faye retired from baseball, her career ended with 600 total games and 350 stolen bases, and she was known as a fly ball catching genius by sports writers of the day. Now, let's go see who she joined from the Dr. Peppers and went and did that tryout, and they both ended up in the league together. Let's go find the real Dottie, also known as Pepper Paire. So in the movie, Amy, they portray Dottie and her sister as going off and trying out together, but in real life it was Faye and Pepper, so it was actually the real Madonna and Gina Davis characters from the movie that were best friends in real life.
Oh, and they weren't even like best friends in that movie.
Nope. And the reason Penny Marshall did such a great job making this movie is because in real life, she was a sports fanatic. She spent a good portion of her life following Los Angeles sports and New York sports, where she was originally from, so only natural that she would make a brilliant movie based off of a female baseball team. True story. Well, fictitious story based on true events. And Madonna had a hit with the theme song from A League of Their Own, This Used to Be My Playground. So she was not only in the movie, but she had a hit song in the movie. So now we're looking for section 17. Look up in the sky. Stay safe. All right, we found section 17. We have no photo or no plot description to go off of. We just have to find her. We haven't had much luck yet, so Amy and I have dispersed and we're covering different sections of this section 17, but it shouldn't be too hard. It's got photos of baseball players on the headstone. So it took some time, but we finally found her. Lavone Pepper Paire Davis, original member of the AAGPBL. She was who Dottie was based off of, Gina Davis character. She was actually, when she graduated high school, she was a welder, and her friend Faye, they both got invited to go try out for this new female baseball league, and they both ended up, I think I said Milwaukee, they ended up on Minneapolis. And Faye ended up playing 6 seasons, but Lavone Pepper Paire, she actually played all 10 years. And the reason that she got that name was because she was on that Dr. Pepper team, and she was a real standout amongst all the other players. In fact, the reason this says Dirt in the Skirt is because that was the name of the book that she wrote. She was also hired as a technical advisor for the movie. She was in the movie. She was at the Cooperstown induction in 1988 of all the female baseball players. I think there were like a total of 75. But she also wrote the victory song, the song for the league. So she was very, very instrumental in having the history be remembered in the movie thanks to her. She was around the league for a long time. And then she retired, and basically, like you see in the movie, she became a housewife and became a mother and then a grandmother, and for 30 years lived out her days in San Fernando Valley raising her family until she of course wrote the book. And then they said she spent a lot of her life after A League of Their Own doing personal appearances, autograph shows, and things like that. She became very well respected in the baseball community after the movie. So much like in the movie, the real life Dottie that we just saw, Pepper, she was actually a catcher like in the movie, but she was also a shortstop, and she did also win a championship, however not with Rockford Peaches. Neither woman was ever on the Rockford Peaches. And while playing, Pepper Paire also went by the name Chicks Paire. Alright, let's go get some lunch. If anything's open. Alright, Lionhearts, I hope you all enjoyed that vlog today. I almost couldn't believe it when I started researching all the people that were buried in that cemetery and I saw that those two were who they were and how they were connected. I couldn't believe it, and I said, I have to go out and vlog that. That's exactly what I love about making vlogs for YouTube and doing these kind of history things, is showing you those kind of things. So I hope you enjoyed it. A League of Their Own was a great movie, and now we know who it was based on. Thank you, Lois Seward, Marcina McCutcheon, for becoming my newest Patreons, and thank you to all of you for watching. We'll see you all next time. Have a great night, and goodbye.